Well, very good evening and welcome to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University as the Buffaloes get set to host the Nighthawks in their second game at home this week, as the Buffaloes opened up on the road for two and now have been at home now for their second game, still looking for their first win of the season. Well, after meeting in the first round of the 2022 NCAA tournament, the A&M men's soccer team hosts Northwest Nazarene tonight. The Buffs 0-2-1 look to gain the upper hand against the Nighthawks. WT and Northwest Nazarene have split the all-time series, with each team having a win along with a draw. The Buffs and Nighthawks have a limited series, but the last matchup proved to be a thriller in Los Angeles. WT and NNU played a scoreless first half before late goals from each team set the game into overtime. Neither team gained an advantage in extra time as the game went to penalty kicks, where the Nighthawks moved on with a 6-5 advantage. As we look at Northwest Nazarene, they come into Canyon tonight with a 2-1-1 record. The Nighthawks registered wins over Chaminade and Colorado Mesa, with a draw against Hawaii Pacific and a loss to Westminster. Jim Wagner leads NNU with 7 points on 3 goals and an assist. Zakara Dau has 3 goals and an assist. Pablo Gonzalez and Johnny Ramirez each have chipped in a goal with the Nighthawks, while Raul Berrigan and Grady Thurman have assists on the season. Sawyer Price counts for every minute in goal for NNU, totaling 360 minutes in 4 games. On the season, Price has 14 saves and 4 goals allowed on 50 shots he has faced so far. WT, of course, played Tuesday night here against Southern Nazarene, but couldn't muster a second-half goal to take the win. The Crimson Storm scored a goal-ahead goal with 1:03 before halftime, despite trailing the Buffs 9-3 in shots and 5-1 in corners. After regrouping in the locker room, WT caught Southern Nazarene off guard. To start the second half, the Buffs earned a throw-in right in front of their bench, where Keaton Hartman found Dylan Watson near the 18-yard box. Watson maneuvered his way between a pair of Southern Nazarene defenders and sent a pass to the front of the goal. Watson's pass was nearly cleared before DeJounte Davis tapped the ball into the back of the net, tying the game at 1 with only 50 seconds gone in the second half. At the end of the game, WT outshot Southern Nazarene 18-7 with a 9-2 advantage in shots on goal. Of course, as we looked at the preseason, reigning Lone Star Conference champion St. Mary's sits atop the rankings, collection 22 of 30 first-place votes for 283, followed by Midwestern State. Midwestern State has 3 first-place votes and 242 points. The Buffs follow with just right behind the Mustangs with 3 first-place votes and 237 points. Dallas Baptist is picked to finish 4th. As you look at the national standings right now, St. Mary's has dropped. They were in the top 3, but they dropped down to 20 after they went 2-1-1 here in the last couple of days. Southern Nazarene, who the Buffs tied the other day, have received votes. And so, again, it should be an interesting matchup today with the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene University. Starting lineups are being introduced as we look at Northwest Nazarene's soccer roster. It will be Sawyer Price, who will be in goal. Grady Thurman, Zakara Dau, Jonathan Cardona, Alan Soto Ortiz, Johnny Ramirez, Pablo Gonzalez, Jim Wagner, Cameron Notvig, Jacob Avila, and Camden Saylor is the one that gets the start for the Buffs for the Nighthawks in this one. For the Buffaloes, their starting lineup looks this way. Asif Cristal will be in goal tonight. Daniel Burton, Theo Bennett, Brian Martinez, the veteran defenseman, will be in the back line. Mateo Landis. Sam Scarth gets the start tonight in the middle. Keaton Hartman will be up front. Also, Elijah Deaune, Dylan Watson, DeJounte Davis, who had the goal on Tuesday night, and Josh Beeson will get the start in this one for tonight. So the Buffaloes with little Buffs out there joining them, soccer proteges who are also here to watch this one tonight, are being escorted out by the Buffaloes in this contest tonight from the pitch in Canyon. 74 degrees is our game time temp. Wind really not too much of a factor from the southeast at about 8 miles per hour, about the same as it was on Tuesday night. They have partly cloudy skies, and for the most part, just a pleasant evening as we get set for this one this evening. Essoff Crystal being introduced as he will be in goal tonight for the Buffaloes. Of course, Butch Laufer in his 33rd season is the head coach for the Buffs. James Williamson in his first season for Northwest Nazarene. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so, and we'll be back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. But first, this break. This is the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
And so there you have the national anthem as we get set for this one tonight. The Buffaloes will be in their home black uniforms with maroon trim and white numerals. We're thankful for the white numerals because when they wear the dark numerals, they're hard to see from the press box. While Northwest Nazarene, the Nighthawks, will be in their road white uniforms with orange trim and black numerals as they get set for this one for tonight. And again, we anticipate a good matchup. The Buffs looking for their first win of the season, and of course their first win at home. And so waiting for the Buffs to get ready to get this one underway. So the Buffs will break huddle. Essoff Crystal will work his way to the net as he will be in goal. Nighthawks make their way out as well. Their goalkeeper will be Sawyer Price. Price, the senior for Olympia, Washington. It'll be the Buffaloes putting this one in play as we get set to get this one underway. So the Buffs will overload this near side as they put it in play. Here's a big lob up ahead, trying to get it up to Davis. And that's going to be over the intended target, trying to get it up ahead to DeJounte, the 5'9" freshman from Prosper, Texas. It'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Getting set to throw this one in will be Zachariah Dau. 5'10", 5'11" sophomore from Friedrichsdorf, Germany. Back line controls it for the Nighthawks. They get it across the midline, up ahead. Buffalo's defensive line will come up and kick that one out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. as they'll be across the way, getting set to throw this one in. So back line will be Grady Thurman for the Nighthawks. He's one of them, but the Buffs come away with a theft there on the throw in. And so now they do get it to the back line, and controlling it is Caden Seiler. Seiler gets it over to the far side. There's a theft by the Buffs. They push it up ahead. Oh, and stretching out, trying to pull that one in. And that was a tough play by Josh Beeson as he just got strung out on that one. Buffs continue to keep it in play, trying to be aggressive, have it in their front end. Beeson over on the far side is kicked to the back line. Now they'll feed it up ahead. Alan Soto Ortiz will try to maneuver, but he has it taken away by the Buffs. Brian Martinez will get whistled for the push. And so it'll be the Nighthawks ball to put in play. Back to the goalie. He'll work it to the far side of the field. Pressure applied to the back line. Across the field, it comes over to Dau. Takes it in the middle. Missed out on an opportunity. Forward on the far side is Jonathan Cardona. Cardona has pressure, so he has to take it back to the midfielder. They'll reset it. Buffs able to come away with a theft. Dribbling up quickly up, trying to get it again to Davis. Davis runs this down on the near side. Davis, nice little crossover, takes it back to the middle. Gets it to Sam Scarth. Scarth has it knocked away. Comes over to the near side. Diaune gets it to the back line. Now the Buffs will reset. Daniel Burton over to the far side. They'll get it up ahead. Watson had it for a moment, taken away by Northeast Nazarene. The Nighthawks now feed it way up ahead. Here's a foot race, trying to get up ahead of the ball. Buffs control it, booting that one high and back out of the way is Theo Bennett's. It's going to take a bounce for the Buffs. Nighthawks will run it down and they'll kick it out of bounds. So a throw in for the Buffs. Keaton Hartman, the junior from Hobbs, New Mexico, will put it in play. Looking up ahead at Watson, trying to get it to him, and does. Ball is taken away by the Nighthawks. They'll bring it over to the near side. Dau will control it toward the middle. Now again, back to the back line. Dau has it at the midline. Goes again back to Seiler. Seiler has it taken away. Sam Scarth will kick it back to the goalie. Asa Cristal will reset the offense where the Buffs comes over to the near side. Finds Theo Bennett. Bennett's up ahead. Diaune will get it up to Davis. Davis between 2-3 Nighthawks has it taken away. Davis takes it back the other way, goes back, trying to get it to Martinez. Again, they'll go back to Cristal, who will reset the offense for the Buffaloes. No score, just underway, first 5 minutes of the first half. Bennett's trying to feed it up ahead, trying to get it ahead. They like the speed of Josh Beeson. Like it in the one-on-one situation, but Beeson couldn't catch up to that one, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick for the Nighthawks. Sawyer Price will put this one in play over to the near side. Looks to Seiler. Gets it back to Grady Thurman, the 5'9 junior from Eugene, Oregon. Northeast Nazarene has it over on the far side of the pitch. Trying to dribble around, and then we got throw-in called for the Buffaloes because someone was stepped on the outside line. So the Buffs will get it in quickly. Beeson had it, but it was deflected away by the Nighthawks. They're throw in for the Buffaloes as Keaton Hartman gets set to get this one in. Trying to lob it up ahead to Landis. Landis in the corner, knocks it out of bounds. A throw in for the Nighthawks. Beautiful calm evening here in Canyon. 74 degrees was our game time kick. Landis heads that one back out of bounds. Another throw in for the Nighthawks. There's a lob up ahead by Cameron Natvig, 5'7" senior out of Mission Viejo, California. Again, these teams have seen each other 4 times and have split. A win. There's a shot on goal. It's going to be knocked away. Nice effort by Davis. It's going to be headed up. Davis will head it back toward the middle. Beeson tries to lob it up ahead. Can't get there. A scramble for the loose ball. Beeson keeps it alive. Kicks it over on the near side. Finds Scarth. Scarth will drive down in the corner. Have it kicked away. And that'll be a goal kick for the Nighthawks. Good effort by the Buffaloes. Just couldn't come away with positive points. Good effort by DeJounte Davis. Back to the goalie. Price will reset. Go to the far side. And that'll be Natvig who will control it up ahead, way up ahead. Running it down for the Buffaloes, Daniel Burton. Try to get control of it and does. Nope, has it taken away. Now Burton will bring it across to, it's going to be knocked out of bounds. So that'll be a goal kick for Chris Dahl, who gets set to throw this one in. Or put it in play. Sophomore from Tel Aviv. Puts it in play. Puts his foot into it across the midline. Header by Scarth. Davis gets up in the air to knock that one around. Now Davis controls it. DeJounte will go try to dribble through traffic, has it stolen away. Over on the near side, trying to run it down is the Nighthawks. Daoud gets it back to Price in goal. He'll go to the other side of the field. That's going to be controlled by the Buffs. Stolen away by the Nighthawks. Come up on the near side to Daoud. Daoud would dribble up over the right side. Looks to and finds Johnny Ramirez. Ramirez has it taken away by the Buffs. Landis trying to dribble through, trying to get it up ahead to Davis, and does. Davis controls it, keeps it inbound. Kicks it up in the corner. Watson trying to drive over there, comes back to Davis. Davis goes across goal, trying to get it to Beeson. Was knocked away by the Nighthawks. So we're on the far side. Jonathan Cordona will slowly work it across the midline. Now he'll take it back to the defensive line, let the reset begin for the offense for Northwest Nazarene. Head coach James Williamson said, let's go. Let's get it across. And they do. Pressure applied there by Daoune. Daoune tries for the steal, can't get it. That one's knocked away and knocked out of bounds. Nicely done by Martinez. That's the defensive specialist from Houston, Texas. 6-foot senior. Again, a good mix of youth and older players for Butch Lawfer. It's knocked out of bounds, and there'll be a buff throw in. Daune will get set to throw it in. Elodge kind of looks. Gets it to Davis. Davis. Put a back spin on it, trying to get it up ahead, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Getting set to come into the next opportunity be the junior, Chris Palomino from Houston. Throw in for Dau. Zacharias sends it to the far side. There's a lob up ahead, trying to run that down. It's Daniel Burton. Burton tries to get it up ahead, cannot. There's a lob over the near side, and we got an offsides called on Northwest Nazarene, trying to get ahead of the pack. On that one was the sophomore from Germany. Dau got called for the offside, so free goal kick for the Buffs. Cristal gets set to put this one in play. Played 12 and a half minutes of this first half. Now he's ready to go. Scarth heads that one up. Martinez knocks it way ahead over to Beeson. Beeson is controlled in the net by Landis. Going to be kicked out. Back by Martinez. Martinez trying to get the theft and does into the net. There's a shot, but it's going to be taken away by the Nighthawks. Buffs control it. Burton gets it over on the far sideline up to Hartman. To Watson. Scramble for the loose ball. And that's going to be a foul called. It's Dylan Watson trying to get free. Buffs put it in play quickly, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick instead. We got a substitute for the Buffs as Chris Palomino, the 5'9" junior from Houston, Lone Star College before he played for the WT.
Chris Palomino.
Palomino will come in. He'll give Dylan Watson a breather. So the ball's put in play. Up ahead. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Davis goes to fight forward, and they're going to call a foul on DeJounte. So free kick for Dau, puts it in play. Dau has it on the right. Nope, that's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be a throw in for the Buffs. So getting set to throw this one in. Elodge. Daune, junior from Montreal, puts it in play. Controlled by Landis. Over the near side of Davis. Davis back to Daune. Daune goes over. Back line, Theo Bennett's will work it across over to the right side. Back to Burton. He'll put his foot into it, trying to get it ahead to Josh Beeson. Beeson takes it to the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs have it. They lob it up ahead. Goalie comes up with it. Sawyer Price. Price will roll it over to the near side. Seiler will control it. Feeds it up ahead. Finds Grady Thurman. Thurman has a pass taken away by the Buffs. Martinez goes to the back line. Daniel Burton now will reset it over to the near side. Bennett's. Daoud will dribble up. Gives it to Davis. Davis over toward the middle. It's going to be Landis. Palomino. Chris back to Landis. Takes it in the corner. Looks to set it up. And that was going to be knocked away and knocked out of bounds. So it'll be a Nighthawk goal kick. As they say, that was off of Landis. Get it in, Buffs. Get a steal. Beaton has it taken from behind. Back to the goalie. Buffs back line will control this one. And they'll go back to Chris Stahl, who will reset it over to the near side. Theo Bennett's looks. Driving it up. Diaune. I'll get it right. Get over to the middle. Here's a give and go. Scarth trying to run it down. Trying to make the theft and does. Sam kicks it across the way. Palomino. Just to dribble around pressure. Trying to pass it up ahead. It's going to be taken out by Sawyer Price, the goalie. Will now wait for the reset of the offense. Up ahead it comes. Daou controls it, goes to the back line to Caden Seiler. Seiler across the net. Nighthawks will work it up through traffic. Buffs take a theft, lob it up toward the goal. Sam Scarth thought he had one, but the goalie was not that far up, so he was able to pull that back in. Over to the near side. Seiler tries to feed it up. Diaune takes this theft. Gets it over to Landis. Now to Beeson. Beeson tries a shot, but it's not there. It's broken up nicely by the defenseman for the Nighthawks, and it got kicked out of bounds, so it will be a Nighthawk throw-in. Nighthawks in their all-white uniform with orange trim, black numerals. Buffs in the black uniforms with maroon trim and white numerals. No score. So we come up on 19 minutes already played here in this first half. Across the way. Back to the back line for the Nighthawks. Jacob Avila will feed it up ahead with the left foot. Now trying to drive on the far sideline. Pressure that's taking the ball away by the Buffs up to Beeson. Give and go. The Buffs again try to come up with a theft, but that's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. So it'll be a throw-in. Now we will get it to the back. That's going to be taken away by the Buffaloes. Here's a feed up ahead. A header back to the goalie. Running it down is Sawyer Price, who comes over to the near side. Caden Seiler will control it. Pressure on him from Davis. Goes back to the far side. Try to dribble up. It's Cameron Natvig. He'll come back over the near side to Seiler. 6-foot junior from Bellingham, Washington, controls it. Back to the goalie. Over to Natvig. Feed up ahead, the Buffaloes get that back, though, to Krustal, who boots it across the midline. Beeson has it. Josh tried to dribble through. Gets it on the near side. There's a feed up ahead, but that's going to be taken away by the back line for the Nighthawks. Across the way, over to the near side once again. Seiler controls it. Pressure on him from Davis. Goes back to Sawyer Price in goal. Seiler goes back again to Price in goal. Lobs it up ahead to Grady Thurman. Thurman now along the near sideline. Daou back to the back line once again. Buffs trying to put a little extra defensive pressure. Back to the goalie. Sawyer Price will control it to the near side. Seiler again will dribble up, feeds it up ahead. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Davis has it. Got his jersey grabbed, so a free kick for the Buffs. So getting set, Elaj Daoune will get set to put this in, does put it in play. We go to the back line. Back to Cristal. Comes over to the near side. With it is Theo Bennett. Back to Cristal. Over to the right side. Burton will drive it up ahead. Try to get it on the right side, but it was knocked away. It'll be a Buff throw in, and we have a substitution for WT.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number 29, Ignacio Barriga.
So Josh Beeson comes out for Ignacio Barriga, 5'9" junior from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. Barriga came over from Western Virginia Tech. Foul called, and so that'll give it back to the Nighthawks. Scramble for the loose ball at midline. Nighthawks control it. Trying to get away from pressure is Jim Wagoner. Comes over the near side to Daou. Lobs it up toward the goal. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Keeping it alive, Thurman tries to take it back in the middle, and it gets knocked back out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Buffs lob it up across the midline. Trying to return the favor. That one's going to be headed up by the Buffs. Trying to feed it up ahead to Davis. Davis now has control. Davis along the near sideline. Looks for a move toward the middle. Goes that way. Stops and crosses over back to the middle. Tries it. A shot to just go wide of the goal. That shot was put up by Barriga. And let's see if it was touched.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number 17, Ben Siri.
So Ben Siri comes in. Davis gets a chance for a breather. This will be a corner kick for the Buffaloes, as it was touched going out of bounds. Mateo Landis put his foot into it. It's lobbed up, gets over everybody's head, and that'll go out of bounds. It'll be a goal throw-in. Check out a sideline throw-in for the Nighthawks. So waiting to get it in. It's going to be a free kick for the Buffs. Ben Siri will check this one out. So Siri waits. Here's a lob toward the goal. Coming up to grab that one as Sawyer Price used his 6'3" frame to pull that one in. He gets it out quickly. Buffs putting pressure. Siri in the box. They get it over on the far side. Trying to dribble up is Natvig. Back to the goal. Price gets it out again back over to the far sideline. Here's the header by the Buffs. Over on the near side, controlling it is Alan Soto Ortiz. And that one is going to be knocked out by Jonathan Cordona, the junior from San Diego. And so it'll be a goal kick for the Buffs. Northwest Nazarene out of Nampa, Idaho. And again, these two teams met in the tournament last year. $17.50 left to play in the first half. Oh, and is there a light? Oh. So we've had rain earlier today, but for the most part it's been clear. But we just saw, according to one near side official, that there was a bolt of lightning. There's a cloud over to the northeast a little bit. And so that's close enough for a lightning delay. Let's take a timeout. We'll just come back and recap and let you know what's going to take place. But first, a timeout here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. We're in a lightning delay, and so we have served our 30 minutes, and so the Buffaloes have made their way back out to warm up, waiting for the Nighthawks to make their way back out. The officials, the referee, side judges are both out there as well. Coaches are out talking to the officials. We preface all this because there is a potential for some showers to make their way in, and along with showers there is the additional chance of some lightning. Again, we really didn't have much in the way of cloud cover other than a cloud to our northeast, but that is where the official on the sideline, who has the lightning monitor, came up and said that there had been a strike. So that is why we were and have been delayed. There's 17:50 left to play in the first half. No score between both teams, and really not a ton of action. The Buffs have had 4 shots and 1 shot on goal so far in this first half. And, of course, the Nighthawks have 1 save for that shot on goal. 3 fouls go each way, and the Buffs have had 1 corner kick. Nighthawks, when they were trying to advance early in the first half, did have an offsides called, and so that negated that opportunity as they make their way out from their bus. So the Nighthawks head back out. So we're going to see what the weather does. We'll keep an eye on that for you as well. Nighthawks will get a chance to warm up and then we'll get back underway here momentarily. So again, slowly working their way back out is the Nighthawks as they will get loose. Buffalo's getting loose on their end of the pitch. When they were getting ready, I think when they called it, the Buffs were getting set for a goal kick. We'll see if that's how this one starts out. The Nighthawks from Nampa, Idaho. It's about 2,000 students for Northwest Nazarene. And again, we believe the bus ride down here to play the Buffs. Again, as they came into this one, they had a win over Chaminade and Colorado Mesa with a draw against Hawaii Pacific and a loss to Westminster. And I believe they made the trip down after playing at Colorado Mesa. And so they're finishing up their road trip as they get set to make their way back up to the Great Northwest. A lot of players, of course, from the Washington, Idaho, Oregon area. One thing we do understand is halftime has been shortened just a bit. Again, we got 17:50 left to play until that time. Buffaloes, by the way, will be in action not only, of course, tonight, but they will be back in action here at home on Sunday as they will take on Adams State. That'll be a 1 o'clock kick for the Buffs. Also going on here on campus, we have a volleyball inter-squad match that's taking place. A couple today, a couple tomorrow are taking place at the box here on the campus of West Texas A&M University. And then, of course, the Buffaloes will be home on Saturday for football as they get set to take on Midwestern State in the Lone Star Conference opener for both teams. And that is always a tough match for the Buffs, so that'll be an interesting one to start off the Lone Star Conference with. As the players continue to warm up and get set, waiting for the officials to signal they're ready to get things underway. Again, we had really not bad conditions. It was fairly nice. 74 degrees was our temperature when we had our first kick. It has dropped now to 70 degrees. There are some showers out to the west-southwest, so that's what we're kind of watching at this time to see how they come in. Wind, though, is blowing out of the southeast at 9. So, again, we'll watch. The officials will watch. Keep an eye on that. Final warm-ups for both teams as the officials are out at the center getting set to get this one underway for a resumption of activity here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. Again, for Northwest Nazarene, they are in their road white uniforms. Have some orange trim, black numerals. Buffaloes are in their home black uniforms with maroon trim. The Buffs a little bit more urgent on their warm-up here as they get set to go back to play. Crowd trying to work their way back into the stands here. Of course, that's the one thing here at the pitch is that the bleachers are aluminum, so fans had to vacate the stands. For the most part, we didn't have anything other than a little wind pickup, so they basically were huddled around behind the bleachers here, waiting for the resumption of activities for the Buffaloes. These two teams played in the NCAA tournament, and it was the Nighthawks who came away with a 6-5 win. As this one went to overtime, both teams tied at 1 and then couldn't get anything, went to an extra session, couldn't get anything out of that, and nothing in overtime, so went to the penalty kicks, and it was a 6-5 advantage, and so the Nighthawks got to move on as the Buffaloes ended their season in 2022. And unfortunately for the Buffs, that was 2 years in a row in the first round of the playoffs, losing in overtime. Again for this club, James Williamson in his first season with the Nighthawks. Julio Castillo, Dane Manley, and Matt Kessler are the assistant coaches. Of course, for the Buffs, Butch Lawfer in his 33rd season, the longest tenured head coach in Buffalo history. His associate head coach, James Crowder, in his 10th season. Of course, Danny Auten in his 3rd season with the Buffs. Ronald Ting doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's the athletic trainer that keeps these guys going, does a great job for West Texas A&M. Both teams getting, again, their final warm-ups in. Butch Lawfer says he believes his squad is about ready to go. And so he is checking with head coach James Williamson. Williamson letting his guys get a little bit looser as we get set to go. Buffalo's now making their way over to the bench, and their starters are out on the field. We'll check and see, but we believe they'll start this with a goal kick for the Buffs. And that is the case, as the ball boy who had the soccer balls gets one up to Asaf Crystal. He's going to put one in play. So keeping an eye on the weather to see what takes place here at the pitch. I know it's primarily in this region. There's a high school football game going on up to the north, about 20 miles. They have not had any weather delays. Right now, we don't really have anything as we check the weather radar. It does indicate that we may get some showers by 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central Time. It's about 40 minutes from now. But when we look at the weather radar, there are showers directly to the east, or to the west, excuse me. So we'll see what happens with that. Fans are getting ready. They're ready to get this one underway as everyone takes their seat. Final warm-ups for both teams. James Williamson feels his team is about ready, which will offer out there watching his guys warm up as they move it around. So what we're going to do is take a commercial break. We'll do so. We'll come back to the pitch, but first this break as we continue, as we ride out this weather delay here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. We'll be back in a couple of moments here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Need more business? Choice Media is your local outdoor advertising solution, helping businesses grow since 1992. After 31 years of business, Choice Media has both static and digital billboards throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Billboards are the best choice when trying to grow clientele or promoting brand awareness. Contact Choice Media, your local advertising company, at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Need more business?
That egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Well, the Buffs huddle up as we get set to get this one underway. 17:50 left to play in the first half. It will be goalie Esau Crystal putting this one in play. And so the Buffs now make their way out. So too does the Nighthawks from Northwest Nazarene. Again, the Nighthawks come in with a record of 2-1-1. The Buffs 0-2-1, looking for their first win of the season. Crystal gets set to put his foot into it, and we are underway. It's going to be headed up by the Buffs. Loose ball kicked over on the near side. Trying to run it down is Dahu. Dahu goes across the pitch. That's going to be headed out by the Buffaloes and hit out of bounds. It's Keaton Hartman back there. Was deep to knock that one out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Here it is. Scramble for it. Hartman gets it out quickly. Out to the midline. It's going to be headed back by the Nighthawks. They control it. And whistle called. So it'll be a free kick for the Buffaloes. Off will come to the near side. We'll look to and find Theo Bennett. Bennett will get it up ahead to Chris Palomino. Palomino. Take it behind the back. It's taken away by Caden Seiler. Buffaloes take it back the other way. Here's a feed up ahead trying to find Ben Siri, and that was just two out in front. Wasn't able to get a hold of that one. So throw in for the Nighthawks. Pass over toward the middle. Taken away by the Buffs. WT controls it. Here's a feed up ahead, trying to get it up to Siri. Siri tries to run it down, but he's cut off. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be a Buffalo throw-in. Quickly, the Buffs get it in. Scramble for the ball. Still fighting for it. Taken away by the Nighthawks. Buffs control it. Diune gets it back to the back line. Theo Bennett will work it over to Daniel Burton. Burton over on the far side. Finds Hartman. Try to feed it up ahead. Trying to get it to Mateo Landis, and that's going to go out of bounds and will be another Buff throw-in. Clock running at 15:20 left to play in this first half. So Keaton Hartman will throw this one in. Gets it in. It's going to be controlled to the backside. Here's a lob up ahead. And trying to get it up ahead to Ben Siri. He got knocked down, and so it'll be a goal kick. Controlling it. Back to the goalie, to Price, who gets it out to the far side. Quickly up ahead. Jimmy Wagner has it across the middle. Taken away by the Buffs. Trying to get it up ahead. Barrega has it taken away. It'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. Hartman walks the sideline. Nobody stopped him yet, so he's still walking up forward. Lobs it up ahead. Try to get it to Landis. Hartman brings it back. Now we'll swing it over to the near side. Lob up ahead to Siri, and that's way over his head and out of bounds. So a throw in for the Nighthawks. 13:30 left to play in the first half. We're scoreless here at the Pitch Canyon. Had a 30-plus minute weather delay because of lightning. Ball kicked back to Asaf Cristal. Cristal will put his foot into it out to the far side. Hartman dribbles it up to the middle. Sam Scarth, the official, got in the way, trying to get out of the way. Scarth runs it back down, fires a shot way over the top of the goal. And so that'll be a throw-in for the goalie. Or to the far side, and Avila controls it. Up ahead, the Buffs take that one away. Theo Bennett comes over to the near side. Diune on the back line, back to Bennett. Over to Burton. Feeds it up to Landis. Martinez lobs that one up ahead. Here's a shot from the corner. There's a shot for the Buffs. It's good. Nice feed to Ben Siri from Hartman. And that was a great goal for the Buffaloes, as Ben Siri got a feed across from Keaton Hartman.
Here comes a t-shirt.
So the Buffs lead at 1-0 as we watch the replay here. Buffs will feed it up ahead. Hartman will take it down in the corner. And he feeds it back to the middle there. Siri, and boom. just side kicks it into the back of the net, and the Buffs lead 1-0. 12:09 left to play here in the first half, so a lead for the Buffaloes. Up ahead it comes. Buffs control it. Cristall has it. Now we'll pick it up. We'll bring it out for the kick. Buffs lead 1-0. Second shot on goal for the Buffs in this first half of the match. Found the back of the net. Cristall puts his foot into it, trying to get it up ahead to Siri. It's going to be headed out by Thurman, and that's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. Quickly getting it in with it to the Brian Martinez, trying to get it over across to Palomino. Instead, taken away by the Nighthawks. Now the Buffs control it. Sam Scarf gets it up ahead. There's a feed on the right side, but that's going to be taken away defensively by Natvig. And kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. Hartman will throw this one in. Controls it, lobs it up ahead, and that's going to be headed out by the Nighthawks. Scarth comes over to the near side. Dione to Siri. Siri dribbles in the middle. Tries to lob it up and tried to go for the right corner, but that was just too much oomph on that one as it sailed over. There's a pass up on the near side with it. Dau will take it back to the middle to Thurman. Thurman feeds it up ahead. The Buffs will take that one back. The Nighthawks control it, feed it up on the right side. Dau will drive toward the goal, and taking that away, Cristall comes up physically, takes it. Try to get a header up there for the Nighthawks, but Cristall skies in the air to pull that one down. 9:45 left to play in the first half. Buff lead 1-0. Cristall will put his foot into it, trying to get it up ahead, trying to find Sam Scarth. Instead, it's controlled by Ortiz. Taken away by, got a foul called on the Buff. Not sure where that was from. I think it was on Siri, who wasn't near the play. So controlled on the far side. Buffs take that one away. 9 minutes left to play in the first half. Buffs will lob that up ahead. Landis will drive. Now he feeds it up ahead to Siri, but the goalie is there and he lobs it out on the near side. Let's do we'll get give and take on that one. Tried to feed it over to the left side, and Dau unable to catch back up to it, so the Buffs will throw this one in. That'll be another Buff throw in. Scarth got pushed from behind. And that's going to be on Dau. Buffs put it in play. Up across the midline, trying to feed it up ahead. Nighthawks control it going the other way. Thurman feeds it over to Dau, right across the midline, and that's going to be taken away by the Buffs. Little pooch up ahead, trying to get it to Siri. Siri try to kick it off of a Nighthawk to go out of bounds. It did not, so it stays in play. Comes over to the near side, trying to feed it up ahead. Dau dribbles, trying to get away from Dione. Down in the corner, shot toward the goal. It's going to be taken away by the Buffs. Nice effort. Siri has it. He'll boot it up ahead, trying to get it to Palomino. Chris controls it, lobs it toward the middle. Buffs have it. Scarth Had that one blocked away. Then now we'll feed it over the right side, trying to get it to Landis. Landis drives toward the corner. Crossover is taken away by the Nighthawks. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Buffs lead 1-0. Over on the near side with it. Dahu will drive it up ahead. Fight for the loose ball. And taking that away is Theo Bennett's. Now scramble and taking it back the other way. That one's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick for the Nighthawks. So down there in the corner, Jonathan Cardona will put this one in play. Cristall gets the defense set up. It's lobbed up, and it's going to be headed out by the Buffaloes. Buffs will kick it out across the midline. The goalie comes up, Sawyer Price, and puts it back into the WT end of the field. Scarth will bring it back to the near side. Controlling it. Diaune kicks it back. Bennett's now will dribble to the far side. Kicks it over to Burton. Burton will control it back to the goalie, and so Cristall will control it with 5:18 left to play in the first half. Cristall will put his foot into it, trying to get it up on the right side. It's going to be headed back the other way, but the Buffs control it. Over on the right side. To drive it to the corner. Brian Martinez has that one knocked away. So a couple of subs coming in for the Buffaloes.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number 16, Roten Weiss.
Roten Weiss, the 5'9" junior from Israel, comes in. Also coming in, I think Trevor Suggs from Las Cruces.
The pitch for the Nighthawks, number 5, Osman Garba.
Checking in said it's Vinicio Calderon, the 5'4" sophomore from El Paso. Ben Sira comes out. Ball in play. 4:15 left to go. Be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Thurman gets set to throw it in. It's going to be headed back out, so another throw in for the visitors from Nampa, Idaho. Player has to run down the soccer ball, gets it, and now will throw it in. Lobbed up ahead, but Brian Martinez is going to be called for the foul as he headed that one. This will be a free kick. Goes to the back line for the Nighthawks. They'll bring it up toward the midline. Feed up ahead to Thurman. Thurman has it knocked out of bounds by Weiss. Under 3 minutes left to play. Controlling it, trying to, is Jim Wagner. Wagner from the Netherlands, Den Bosch in the Netherlands. Weiss gets it up ahead. There's a lob up over on the near side, trying to run this one down. Is Barrega, the junior from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. get a free kick. Like I say, a corner kick. They may say a corner kick. Oh, then no, there's still a free kick. They just had to move it back about a yard. Puts his foot into it. It's headed up, and it's just going to be wide of the goal. Coming up limping just a little bit for the Buffs. It's Theo Bennett. So it'll be now a corner kick for the Buffs. Bodega puts his foot into it again. That's going to be headed up and out of bounds. And so it'll be a goal kick for, no, check it again. It'll be another corner kick for the Buffs. 1:15 left to play here in the first half. Buffs lead at 1-0. A goal by Ben Siri. It's lobbed up to the backside of the goal. It's headed up. Ball is loose, still in play. Buffs control it. Palomino tries a shot. Not there. He'll get it back. Tries to take it toward the middle. Gets it over on the far side, trying to run it down. Over there is Bennett's. And that's going to be a throw in for the Buffs. 37 seconds. They got to go quick. So Hartman will do the throw in. Clock winding down, 22 seconds. Hartman lobs it up. It's going to be headed up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Buffs have it. Here's a quick shot. Trying to get it to the middle, and that's going to be defended well by the Nighthawks, and that'll take us to our halftime. The Buffs lead this one 1-0 thanks to a goal from Ben Siri and a nice feed from Keaton Hartman. So they lead it 1-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so, and we'll come back as we go right to our halftime interview. We'll do that first with head coach Butch Laufer, and then come back and recap some stats. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Told me to tell you hi.
Yep.
You were here when my mom was
played basketball.
here.
Coach Snyder. Yep.
Yes.
She was a hell of a player too.
Oh, well, thank you.
She was.
I know she really, really respects you, and
I don't know why. I didn't draw up one play or recruit her here or anything like that, but other than she graduated, she worked for my wife for a while at corporate systems, and my wife loved her.
Okay.
She's a great person. Just had a hell of a time, you know, and you know, as you know, appreciated the work ethic.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yes.
Today's world, sometimes employers don't get that.
I completely agree. I actually learned a lot of my work ethic from them.
Is that what I coffee?
It's oat milk with tea.
Yeah.
Have you ever had taste test right here? It's good stuff. No, yeah. So tell me, do you have any summer plans? What's the life looking like off the field?
Well, life looking off the field seems like as you get older, it gets busier. And got a daughter that's in grad school. We're trying to get her in and out. She's got 2 more long semesters. So my wife and I are gonna go down to the coast, spend a week or so down there. We didn't get to go at Christmas time because she had COVID. So trying to make that up and then just live one day at a time. Right? Yep.
So how has the off season been going for you guys?
The spring, we finished officially on last Saturday, and we had a couple spring games on Saturday with who we play, Hardin Simmons and McMurray over at Abilene. We've had a really, really young squad this spring, and so giving those guys chances to play a lot has been really beneficial. And you can see just the growth of the group as a whole. And it's been a good group, fun to work with, a lot of energy, and just been fun to be around.
If you want to, talk to me about your freshman class, kind of what they're looking like.
Well, they've done good. You know, we've got we have a local kid here that grew up here and then went to El Paso and played for the Locomotive out there. Vinny Cajadro, he's about as tall as his cup. But he has been great all year, played a lot in the fall for us. Pro mentality, just not quite a pro body, you know. And then we have, you know, when you're getting old is when you have players send their kids back to play for you.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Beck Adams, his dad was Trey Adams, played here before your mom played. And he was with some of our early teams and stuff like that, and then he's playing now. And he's a big, tall kid, like 6'5", 6'6". Played center back for us. He's doing good. He's learning, but he's made lots of leaps and bounds. And then we might have discovered, just by accident, we've got a kid out of San Antonio. His name is Clever. I can't still pronounce his last name. It's about that long. But we played him as a number 6 this weekend. And he did fantastic in there. Big, tall. He's like 6'4" kid, long legs, long arms, very athletic. And just during the whole 2 games, he had the attitude, he's not taking any, you know what. Mm-hmm. And it was really positive to see that. So it's you know, those 3 guys really have a bright future for us.
What are you looking forward to most with this group going into the 2023 season?
Oh, great question. What we're looking for is, everybody's still chasing what Kendra did last year, and everybody wants to win the big one. And we've been close a couple times, and this last 4 or 5 years we've had some really, really good teams and get deep into the tournament. And in our sport, you lose on penalty kicks late in this tournament. It's really gut-wrenching and stuff. But every year our goal is to try to win a national championship, mm-hmm. and that hasn't changed. Now, that's the goal. Is it realistic all the time? No. But that's the goal, and that's the expectation that we want to set for our players when they come in and know what's required of them. So, if we can get the team to grow, and our goal from a team perspective is to be playing our best soccer at the end of the year. You're peaking at the end of the year with conference tournaments and NCAA tournaments. That's what we're trying to do. And this will be a new team because over the last 2 years, because of COVID, we've probably had about 14 to 15 kids leave because of graduation, take that extra year and then go and stuff like that. So we're pretty much out of all the COVID kids now. So this is really, really going to be a new team with this young group that we have, this core, and this new group coming in that will have some freshmen and some transfers to give us some experience. So it's how quickly can we put it together?
Where are we going and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck. The built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
Optimum Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM, go to Optimum.com, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
As we get back to the pitch, get set for second half action, we understand we should be good for a while as far as the weather is concerned. Again, keeping an eye on what is taking place with the weather to our west, but right now everything should be good. As we look at our first half statistics you could see the Buffs aggressively, offensively, had 8 shots in that first half, 3 shots on goal. They converted 1. 2 saves for the Nighthawks. Fouls, 5 for the Buffs, 4 for the Nighthawks. And corners, Buffs have the advantage there, 4-1. There were 2 offsides called against the Nighthawks in that first half as well. Of course, the Buffs get the goal. And again, it's Ben Siri who notches the goal to give us the Buffs a 1-0 lead. The assist, again, nicely done by Keaton Hardman as he was down deep in the corner and was able to get that one out and across and feed it to Siri, who found the top back left of the goal for the score. So for the Nighthawks, they'll be going from right to left. The Buffs will be going from left to right. Again, the Buffs in their dark uniforms, maroon trim, white numerals. The Nighthawks will put this one in play in their road white uniforms, orange trim, and black numerals. And officials wait for the clock to finish counting down before it gets reset, as we're about ready to get this one underway. And the officials say roll the clock, and so we do. And the Nighthawks control it. Feed it to the inside. Here's a feed up ahead, trying to get it to Cordona. Cordona trying to dribble around traffic, doubled up, has to kick it back outside. Here's a lob up ahead. Cristal has it. That shot by Pablo Gonzalez from Valladolid, Spain, 6'2" junior. Cristal. Puts that in play. Buffs control it, get it toward the middle, trying to find Chris Palomino. There's a lob up on the near side, trying to run this one down. And that one's going to be taken away, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Buffs. Palomino tried to get that one, but instead it'll be Hartman who will get set to throw this in. Hartman lobs it in the middle, tripled up and taken away by the Nighthawks. Buffs get it back. Sam Scarth takes it to the middle, back over on the far side. Trying to run that down is Diaune. Diaune takes a shot. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Nighthawks, so it'll be a Buffalo throw-in. So again, Hartman gets set to throw this one in. Trying to feed it down into the corner, and does, to Ignacio Barrega, who picks one high up in the air. Their goalie. Sawyer Price comes out and grabs it, kicks it out to the far side. Quickly getting up along the far sideline. That is Daou. He's going to drive on the far sideline, looks to try to take it to the middle. Feeds it to the middle, taken away by the Buffs defenders. One's lobbed up in the air, over to the near side. Buffs control it. That's Hartman. He will lob it up toward the middle. Barrega heads it up. trying to get it over to Palomino, but it's taken away by Gonzalez. Feeds it up toward the middle, over on the near side to Cordona. Good give back toward the middle. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Trying to control that one was Johnny Ramirez. So getting set to throw this one in, Cordona. It's taken away by the Buffs. It's going to be hit toward the midline. Scramble for the loose ball, trying to come away with it. Over on the far sideline, Rotom Weiss had it for a moment, but taken away. Now it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a Buff throw in. There's the throw in for the Buffs. Daune throws this one in. Now the Buffs have advantage on the near side. Palomino controls it. Palomino feeds it back toward the middle. That one they were trying to find Sam Scarth, but it got away. Still a scramble for the football. They get it to the near side. Kicking it back to the goalie, Sawyer Price. He'll bring it out to the far side of the field. Scarth puts pressure. So that one's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Buffs. Elaj Daune gets set to throw this one in. Gets it back to Scarth. Sam will work it to the back line, and Bennett's will come over to the near side to Hartman. Hartman will sprint up ahead, trying to feed it to the middle. Takes it to the middle. Trying to feed it over to Palomino. Now it goes over to the far side. There's a shot that's going to be knocked away by the Nighthawks. Over again. Daune gets it to the back line. Trying to drive over there on the far sideline is Nacio Barrega. Fed to the middle. Lob kick over to Palomino. Chris back to Hartman. Keaton. Work it toward the middle, trying to get a header there for Daune. Instead, it'll be a throw in for Hartman. Hartman lobs it up toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffaloes come away with it. Scarf trying to control it, has it taken away by the Nighthawks. Buffs take it back the other way. Still a scramble in the middle. Hartman kicks that one over, and that's going to go out of bounds and will be a throw in for Northwest Nazarene. So Northwest Nazarene will get it in. They'll get it over to Dau, taken away by the Buffs. Come back to the near side. Hartman will feed it up ahead, and that's going to be stolen away by Notvig. Notvig takes it in the lane, and he's going to be bodied up. Has to feed it back on the near side to Cordona. Cordona tries to get it across, but the Buffalo's able to knock that one away with a header. Nighthawks steal it back the other way. Buffs headed out. Martinez knocks that one away. Martinez using that 6-foot frame to get that one knocked out. Now to the back line for Northwest Nazarene. Over on the far side. They drive it up. Johnny Ramirez trying to dribble around traffic. Takes a shot, and that one's knocked away. So Cristal will get ready to throw this one in. I saw. So the sophomore goalie for the Buffaloes from Tel Aviv. Get ready to put his foot into it. It's going to be lobbed up, a header for the Buffs. Martinez knocks it ahead. Knocks it again with his head. Gets it toward the middle. Scramble over on the far side. Nazarenes control it, but they're going to call a foul on the Buffaloes. And that foul will go against Rotom Weiss. So he was trying to fight for position. Let's kick back to the goalie. Over to the far side for the Nighthawks. Try to dribble through traffic is Dawu. In the corner, here's a shot toward the goal. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Controlled by WT. Chris Palomino will feed it up. Try to drive through traffic is Sam Scarth. Scarth will lob it up ahead. It's got Palomino. Palomino can't control it, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Played almost 10 minutes here in this half. Nighthawks take it over on the far side. Trying to kick it up ahead. That's going to be headed back by the Buffs. Scramble for the ball. Some substitutes getting set to come in for WT. Nice drive to the far side. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Buffs. So corner kick for the Nighthawks. So over there for the Nighthawks, Alan Soto Ortiz and Jonathan Cardone. Ortiz is going to put this one in play. 5'3" senior from Santa Rosa, California. That one's going to be headed out. And that'll be a corner kick on the other side. No, they're going to say goal kick now for the Buffs. Oh, nope. The referee's going to overrule and say it's a corner kick. So heading down to the opposite corner, Jonathan Cardona, the San Diego junior, get a chance to put this one in play. Buffs will get set to sub in 3 new forwards here momentarily. Here's the kick, goes to the back line. We kick toward the middle, taken away by the Buffs. They have the advantage, trying to get it up ahead. Crossover, Scarth dribbles it up to the left side. Lobbed up ahead, trying to run that one down. Barrega back toward the middle, controlled by the Nighthawks. The Buffs take it away the other way. Palomino trying to feed it up ahead, but got caught trying to dribble through traffic. He's sent to the back line. It's going to be Natvig who will feed it up ahead and will throw that one out of bounds. And that'll be a Buff throw in, but we'll have some substitutes coming in for the Buffs.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number
So
21,
coming back in, Dylan Watson, the sophomore from Flower Mound.
and number 28,
Josh Beeson from Warwickshire, England, the freshman, the 6'1" freshman, will come in. And so, too, checking back in, DeJounte Davis, 5'9" freshman from Prosper. Ball comes into play. Buffs control it. There's a theft the other way, so it'll be a free kick for WT. So that'll be Sam Scarth. Gets set to put this one in play. Scarth puts this one in, try to get it on the far side, trying to get it over to Watson. He couldn't run that one down to get it back toward the middle. So a goal kick for the visitors from Northwest Nazarene. Ball is put in play. 1-0 still, the Buffs with the lead. Played just over 13 minutes here in this half. Buffs headed back the other way from Hartman. Scramble. This one's going to be lobbed up ahead, trying to run that one down in the corner. Is Johnny Ramirez. Brings it back to the middle. That's going to be cleared out by the Buffs and knocked out of bounds, and so it'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. So that one's cleared out again by the Buffs. So they'll throw it again and again. Nighthawks get it into the corner. There's a lob up toward the middle, and Cristal comes up and pulls that one in before anybody can get a hold of it. Trying to lob it up on the near side to Jonathan Cardona. Cristal puts this in play. Ball controlled to the back line for the Nighthawks. Trying to lob it up ahead again to Cardona. Nice feed up ahead. Opportunity for the Nighthawks, but the Buffs clear it out. Over on the far sideline with it. Davis will clear it up ahead, trying to get it to Beeson. Beeson trying to go through two defenders, has it taken away. Lob back the other way. It's kicked over to the far side, right at the midline. Now controlling it will be Pablo Gonzalez, from the junior from Spain. We'll get it over on the near side to the junior from San Diego, Jonathan Cardona. Little give and go. Goes on the far sideline. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by Keaton Hartman. In it comes quickly. That's going to be cleared out by the Buffs. Scarth has it. Looks to feed it up ahead. And we got an offside called on the Buffs. Tried to get ahead to Beeson. Defender kind of slowed up to allow Beeson to get ahead and got the offside called. Ball put in play over to the near side. Buffs control it the other way. Hartman, and he's taken down, and that's going to be a foul called as Hartman hits the turf. So Keaton is slow to get up. And they'll put the ball in play. So they'll go to the far side of the field. Theo Bennett will control it. Back to the near side to Burton. Burton goes back to Cristal. Feed it up to Hartman. That's going to be taken away by the Nighthawks. Toward the middle. Buffs, we'll see who kicks that one out. We're going to call that a corner kick for the Nighthawks, as the Buffs kind of took that one out. So again, getting set to put his foot on this one, Alan Soto Ortiz. Ortiz puts it in play. It's headed up. Knocked around. Buffs come away with it. Beeson on the sprint. Beeson Driving toward the middle, kicks it over on the far side to Scarth. Scarth controls it, tries to go back to the near side, trying to get it up ahead. There's a shot toward the goal. It's going to be headed out. Scramble. It's going to be headed out by the Nighthawks. Loose ball controlled. Diaune has it. Kicks it back to the outside. Martinez comes over to the near side to Hartman. Hartman will lob this one up ahead, trying to go to the corner, but coming up to grab that one is Sawyer Price. Put in play by Northwest Nazarene. The Buffs steal it back the other way. Lob it up ahead. Trying to get it up to Beeson, but that's going to be taken out by Price, the goalkeeper. Senior from Olympia, Washington. Will get his offense in the set now. Puts his foot into it. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Controlling it, though, Cardona feeds it up ahead, and Crystal comes up, makes the theft. Controls it for the Buffs, sends it out. Up ahead, Davis trying to dribble through traffic. This one's going to be lobbed up ahead. Going to be controlled by the Nighthawks. They feed it up ahead to Jonathan Cardona. Now they'll work it to the back line to reset. Over to the near side. Natovig will go back to the far side. Give it back to Garba. Usman Garba controls it. Up ahead. Now the Buffs steal Bennett's. Will make the theft the other way. Bennett's comes to the middle of the field, finds Hartman. Keaton will bring it across. Feeds it up in the corner to Watson. Watson looks to lob it up toward the goal. That's going to be kicked out, and it's going to be a touch. Is that a corner? Or they're going to say a goal on that one. A couple of subs coming in. For Northwest Nazarene is Sullivan Smith, 5'11 junior from Falls City, Washington, comes in, and so too does Gritty Thurman, 5'9 junior from Eugene, Oregon.
Number 16, Sullivan Smith.
And for the Buffs coming in, Venancio Calderon comes back in. He has it right now. Trying to turn the corner. It's going to be forced out of bounds. So that'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Coming up on 24 minutes left to play. 1-0, Buffs lead it. It's headed out of bounds by Hartman. Here's a lob up ahead. Trying to get it in the corner, but that's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be a Buff goal kick. Substitute coming in for the Buffs. Rotom Weiss comes back in. He'll come in for Davis. DeJounte Davis will come out. So goal kick for Crystal. Controlled by the Buffs. And they got a foul called on Northwest Nazarene as hitting the turf. Elodge tried to dive after the ball and got taken down. Theo Bennett will get the free kick here for the Buffs. Bennett's That one's going to be headed out. Should be a throw in for the Buffs, and that will be the case. So Watson in the corner. Hartman will come in and throw it in. Lobbed in, controlled. In the net, here's a shot. Kicked over the goal, though. Nice effort. Trying to get it to Weiss. Tried to back in. Tried a little back kick to get that one in, but instead went over. It's going to be cleared out by the goalie. Calderon will come up. And that's going to be a throw in for the Buffs. Nice effort that time by Venancio, sophomore from El Paso. Quickly thrown in, driving through, looked like a shot toward the corner. And that is going to be Landis, who's thrown out of bounds. And there is going to be a kick for the Buffs. Let's see, they're going to call it a corner kick, or that's what they're going to say. It's a corner kick. A lot of contact down along the end line. Instead, it'll be a corner kick for the Buffs. So Landis ready to put his foot into it. Sends it up, trying to bend the corner, and that one's going to be headed up by the Buffs, but taken away by the Nighthawks. Loose ball, the Buffs control it over on the far sideline, trying to turn the corner. Nighthawks take that one away. The Buffs control it at the midline, over to Scarth. Scarth will feed it up ahead on the right side. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a Buff throw in. Hardman got Weiss, Brian Martinez. Tries to feed it toward the middle. Controlling it, Martinez comes back to Hartman. Hartman shots it up toward the middle. That's going to be headed up. Landis is there but can't get to it. Martinez runs up, puts a header on it. That's controlled over on the far sideline, trying to dribble through traffic. It's Watson. Now over to Martinez. Martinez gets it over on the far side. There's a pass up to Daune. Daune will drive it toward the middle to Watson. Shot toward the goal. That's going to be kicked back. Lobbed up in the air. 19 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. Now it's going to go out of bounds. Let's see whose kick that's going to be. It's going to be a goal kick for the Nighthawks. So getting set to put this one in play is Sawyer Price. Price across the midline. It's going to be headed back by the Buffs. Running it down is Thurman. Thurman gets it along the far sideline, kicks it up ahead, and that's going to go out of bounds. So there'll be a goal kick for the Buffs. 18:28 left to play. Buffs lead at 1-0. Coming in for WT, Mateo Landis. Or check it, excuse me, for the Nighthawks. Not Mateo, but Jimmy Kofadakis, 6-foot junior from Mesa, Arizona. So Kofadakis comes in for Johnny Ramirez. Stahl sends that one back. Scramble for the ball. Scarth goes after it. And there's going to be a foul called. Good effort by Calderon. So the Buffs get set to put this in play. Just under 17:30 left to play. Ball put in play. Buffs try to head it toward the goal. Instead, it's going to be cleared out of there. Scramble for the loose ball. And we got a foul called. Not sure where that came from. Fans are not totally sure where that came from, but that's going to be against the Buffs. So it'll be a free kick for the Nighthawks. Getting set to put this in play will be Jacob Avila. Avila goes across the way over to Grady Thurman. Pressure on him, has to lob it up to the near side. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Over to this side of the field, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a Buff throw-in. Hardman will lob it up ahead. Brian Landis will run that one down. Martinez is chasing right now. And that one's going to go to the back line. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Buff goal kick. So we got a sub coming in for the Nighthawks is Jimmy Wagoner. 6-foot freshman from Den Bosch, the Netherlands, comes in, and coming out will be Alan Soto Ortiz. Another substitute will come in at the next opportunity, Pablo Gonzalez for the Nighthawks. That's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the far sideline. So coming on will be Gonzalez. Nobody's come out as of yet. So now making his way out is Garba. So throw in for the Nighthawks, 14:53 left to play. Buffs lead at 1-0. Buffs with a steal. Controlling it. Here's a feed up ahead, trying to get it to Watson. Dillon controls it. Dillon over to the far side. Calderon trying to run it down in the corner. Or excuse me, Weiss running it down in the corner. Buffs have it. Tried to feed it toward the middle. Landis in the box. Here's a shot, and it's just wide. Just wide. Nice effort there by the Buffaloes. As they got it in the box and just hit it wide. Quickly getting it out is Price. 14 minutes left to play. Buffs lead at 1-0. Attacking. It's Jonathan Cordona. Cordona to the back line. With it is Natvig. He'll get it back to the goalie. Over on the far sideline, that's Thurman. They'll push it up ahead. Dawu. That's going to be knocked out of bounds and will be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Toward the middle, that's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say corner kick for the Nighthawks. So the Buffs will set up their defense. Grabbing the loose ball, Jonathan Cardona. Junior gets set to put this in play. Coming up on 13 minutes left to play in this first half. Sent to the back line. Here's a big flying effort to get it up in the air. That's tipped up. Buffs headed out. Still a scramble for it. The Buffs clear the box. Still controlling it, though. The Nighthawks go across the field. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Nighthawks control it. They bring it back to the back. Pablo Gonzalez goes over in the right corner. Trying to drive. Here's a shot toward the goal. Weiss is blocked. Blocked out by the goalie was blocked out by the Nighthawks. That's going to be hit to the far sideline. Scramble for it. And they're saying play on. Here's a shot. That's going to go over the goal. And that'll be a goal kick for the Buffaloes. 12 minutes left to play. Weiss will get it. Or excuse me, not Weiss, but Cristal will get it. Cristal taking his time as he gets set to put this one in play. Waits for everybody to clear and sets up the offense. Cristal sends this one over the midline. It's going to be headed up. Scramble for the ball, controlled by the Nighthawks. It's slid away by the Buffs. Tackle there. It comes up to the Watson. Here's a feed up again. Buffs controlling Martinez. Martinez takes it back the other way. There's a tackle. Oh, a yellow card called on Martinez. So that'll be a free kick for the Nighthawks. So getting set to put it in play, Cardona. Lobs this one up in the air. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Back to Cardona. He heads it up. But taking it back, Landis has it the other way for the Buffs. Tries to feed it up to the left side. Does go that way. Here's a pass up ahead for the Buffs. That's going to be kicked out of bounds, so that will be a throw-in for WG. Trying to feed it up ahead to Rotom Weiss. The defender was able to knock that out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. 10:20 left to play. Buffs get it in. Nighthawks control it toward the middle. Across the midline on the far side. It's knocked out of bounds by the Buffs. It'll be a throw-in. Under 10 minutes left. Nighthawks control it. Get it out to Thurman. Comes out to the middle. Now the reset. Here's a big kick toward the goal. It's going to be headed up. Cristal comes down, takes it down to the turf. So everybody has to clear out. Ossoff will get her set to put this one in. Play and does. Nighthawks have it. Buffs put pressure. Trying to take it away. It's going to be altered by Brian Martinez. He'll get it up ahead. There's a feed toward the middle. Landis comes up, feeds it over to the left side. Weiss, his shot is going to be just wide to the right of the goal. Under 9 minutes left to play. Price will put it in play. Buffs would love another goal just to have that advantage here as clock continues to run. They lead 1-0. Nighthawks trying to reset their offense. Feed it over to the far side. It's going to be cleared up ahead by Pablo Gonzalez, but the Buffs will take it back the other way. So pass over to Watson. Watson dribbles into the middle. Dribbles through traffic. There's a shot, and that is going to be wide again. Trying to clear it off to Landis over on the far side, and Landis just couldn't get a good foot on it. Under 8 minutes left to play. Buffs have had 12 shots. in this match. 12-3, they have the advantage. It's going to be headed up by the Buffaloes. Hardman knocks it across. Ball is kicked up in the air. That's going to come out of bounds toward us. So substitute coming in for the Buffaloes, Ben Siri.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number 17, Ben Siri.
He'll come in for Dylan Watson.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs. Sorry, for the Nighthawks, number 10, Alan Soto Ortiz.
Soto Ortiz will come back in for the Nighthawks. Will come in for Grady Thurman. In it comes. Buffs control it. If that goes out of bounds, will be a throw-in. Trying to control it, I should say, was Mateo Landis. The throw-in. It's kicked over to the far side. Feed up ahead. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that should be a Buff throw-in. 6:35 left to play. Again, we had a lightning delay for about 40 minutes. Buffs lead at 1-0. Ball controlled by the Buffs. Come over to the near side with it. Siri tries to drive through traffic. Pressure on him. Comes over. Looking to work it in the corner. And that's going to be taken away by the Nighthawks. Controlling it. Getting it out is Jim Wagoner. And that's going to be lobbed to the other side. Weiss tries to run it down. Can't get there. Controlling it. Got a player down for the Buffs. For WT, it looks like that's Elijah Diaune who's down. Trainer comes out and we'll check with him. 5:42 left to play in this match. Diaune being treated by the trainer. A couple players getting set to come in for the Nighthawks. Diaune is walking away from the trainer and says he's okay. Be a free kick for the Nighthawks with 5:42 left to play. Wanting to check in will be Johnny Ramirez, the next opportunity. 5'10" junior from Yakima, Washington. Ball's put in play. Over to the near side. That's Pablo Gonzalez. Takes it back to the middle. And that's Jacob Avila. Avila works it to the right side. Here's a kick way up ahead. Trying to get it into the corner. That was going to come to the outside. Buffs converge on it. Kick it up ahead. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and so will be a throw-in for...
Entering the pitch for the Nighthawks, number 11, Johnny Ramirez.
So Johnny Ramirez comes in. Comes in for Jorge Gonzalez. Over to the near side with it is Pablo Gonzalez. Into the middle. Nighthawks trying to move it. Pooch kick up, but that's going to be covered by the Buffs. As Crystal falls on that one. 4:30 left to play. We're in the 85th minute. Crystal lobs that up ahead. That's going to be hit up by Natvig. Controlled by the Buffs. Try to get it to the middle. They do control it. They lob it up ahead. Siri tries to run it down. They're going to kick it to the goalie, who will kick it out here to the near side, and that's going to go out of bounds. So that'll be a Buff throw-in at the midline. Hartman gets set to put this in play and does. Gets it to Siri. Siri spins away from pressure. That's going to go out of bounds. Will be above throw in. So Hartman will come down with 3:44 left to play. Buffs lead it 1-0. Trying to get their first win of the season. Their first win here at home. Lob toward the goal. Scramble for the loose ball, and it's going to be headed in. Oh, nice save, diving to knock that one out of bounds. That was sliding into the goal to knock that one away. Good effort by Weiss to get that in. Instead, it'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. Like I said, now they're going to be a throw-in for the Buffaloes. So 3 minutes left to play. Now we got a yellow card called on Weiss because he changed the balls. So now they stop the clock and now they restart it. So Weiss had a ball and then he dropped it for the one that the ball boy retrieved. Siri has it. He'll bring it out. Over on the near side. Siri goes in the corner. And that's going to be a goal corner kick for the Buffs. Clock continues to run. 2:24 left to play as we wait for a ball to come free. So Hartman and Siri both there. They get set to put this in play. It's going to be cleared out by the Nighthawks. But the Buffs clear it the other way. Now the Nighthawks attack, trying to bring it across the midline. They do so on the near side, trying to run up ahead. That one's going to be saved by Cordero. Cordero will take it down in the corner, tries it, and that's going to be headed out by the Buffaloes. Sliding up there to head that one out, Daniel Burton. Came from the back line, came all the way across, and then headed that one out before it got to Chris Dahl. So it'll be a corner kick with 1:35 left to play for the Nighthawks. Cordero will put this one in play. Cordero, that's lobbed up, still lobbed up and around. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be another corner kick for Cordero. Clock at 1:15 left to play. Buffs set their defense. Cordero puts his foot into it, gets it up in the air. That one's going to be hit out. And the Buffaloes trying to get that out. Here's a shot that's knocked away. Out toward the midline. Scramble for it. The Buffaloes have it, and that's Ben Siri. Siri will feed it up ahead. Trying to get it to Weiss. Driving on the right side. Weiss comes in. Trying to protect the ball. It's taken away. And there's going to be a yellow card called on the Buffs. In particular, that will be on Venancio Calderon. So free kick. Clock stopped with 38 seconds left to play. They wind the clock, getting set to put this in play. Will be Sawyer Price, puts his foot into it. It's going to be headed up by the Buffaloes. Over in the corner, Cordero, and that's out of bounds. And they're going to call that a Buff throw-in. The Buffs throw it in quickly, and with it, Landis gets it up ahead. And that one is going to be kicked by the Buffs. There's nobody in goal. And so 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6. That's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a goal throw-in, 2-1, and that'll be the match. The Buffs will come away with a 1-0 win. Hard-fought match with Northwest Nazarene. The winning goal, of course, occurred in the first half. As Ben Siri was able to get that one in on a feed up from Keaton Hartman. So well done, and that one was knocked in for the Buffs, and they are able to hold on here in the second half, even with the weather delay. And they win it by a final of 1-0.
When the Buffs take on Adams State.
We want to take a timeout. We'll do so and get into our post-game show, but first this break. Buffs win it 1-0. We're back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Where are we going and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck, the built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
So joining us here on the postgame show, Ben Siri, who had a nice goal that came a little bit midway through the first half, and just talk about that one. Nice feed from Keaton Hartman. You were at the right place, right time.
Yeah, great assist by Keaton. He saw me make the movement. All the defense came in, and I just went behind, and I'm happy to score. Really happy.
Felt good, didn't it? Coming away. I'm going to turn you a little bit because our camera's right up there. That way you're good right there. And so tell me a little bit about how this match went with Northwest. You guys have played them before. You know a little bit about them. And so it was a pretty tough match.
Yeah, so basically last year we lost in penalties. Again, we felt like we had to win. It was like a little revenge for us today, and especially for me personally. It's kind of emotional day because I came back from a surgery in my first time of my life. That's my 20th year of playing soccer, and that was the first time I have a surgery. So coming back and scoring again, it's an amazing feeling for me, special day.
Yeah, I would say you should feel pretty good after you had to work your way back, had to go through the rehab and everything else to get out here on the pitch. And so talk about this team. I know it's a young team too as well, but you guys look like both in your last game, which was a tie, and then tonight you were trying to be very aggressive offensively.
Yeah, so we try to connect the new guys into the team atmosphere, the team story. That's my 4th year here.
You're right.
And it's the first time for me that the team completely changed. So we try to bring the new guys into the routine, into our identity. And so our work ethic, it's our basics, and upon that we build our creativity and all the stuff on the other side of the field.
Well, winning 1-0 is a good way to build as you get ready to go against Adams State on Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah. So it show our character. We're building here something. Right at the beginning, we started with 2 lost. So yeah, it show a lot of positive things towards forward.
Well, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the goal. Good job tonight.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ben Siri joining us, and then we'll get Butch Lawfer wherever he went. He's over on the far sideline. We'll get him to come join us here. And so, again, nice win for the Buffaloes. They improved to 2-1 now on the season. And I'm going to start right there, too, from the standpoint that in the game on Tuesday night, you guys were very aggressive offensively. You just couldn't get a couple to find the back of the net. And then you stayed that way here tonight against a very tough opponent.
Yeah, no, Nazarene's a good team. You know, they're well coached and they move the ball well and they cause us some problems. But as much as, you know, we limited their opportunities tonight, and I thought, you know, we were unlucky a couple times, just like we were on Tuesday night, you know, with Rotan's last session there and Mateo hitting the post again. I think that's like 3, and DJ hitting the post earlier. It's like 4 posts. So, you know, hopefully we got to start hitting the inside of the round post so the ball will go in and not out. But anyway, no, but really proud of the guys. I mean, they gutted it out. I mean, it wasn't pretty at times. Defended the box well, I thought, on our defending set pieces, and even on the attacking set pieces, I thought we were dangerous, especially in the first half. And then also, you know, to deal with the weather stoppage and get back and all that kind of stuff. You know, we have a really new team, and we're making progress and starting to see it. And you know, we had I think 12 or 14 shots to their 5 and stuff. So it's some really positive things that we can build on. And now it's, you know, they're gonna have the day off tomorrow, and but don't tell them that yet.
Okay. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about this team, too, from the standpoint that, you've got some new players that are in here.
Yeah, Bryce, we got a lot of new guys, and it's with, you know, when I first got here, you had like 21 days of preseason before school, and we have like 7 real preseason days, and with so many new guys and trying to figure out where they all fit, and, you know, we played a lot in preseason. By doing that, you know, we didn't do some things that we normally do that we got to get back to doing in terms of laying a foundation for our team. And so, but now I think we're slowly figuring out where everybody kind of goes and what's their and who goes with each other. That's, you know, in soccer, it's a lot about relationships. Right. You know, the guy you play next to, the guy you play in front of, you play diagonals and stuff. So that's coming, and you know, Sunday will be a hard time. We're going to need, you know, we have a deep bench, and we're going to need those guys on Sunday for sure.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this, I think, so far, just watching the two here at home, is you are able to go down the bench and bring in, you don't really have a drop-off of any kind.
No, we're deep. We're young and we're deep, and so which can be very exciting and also very scary at the same time, you know, because sometimes you just don't know what they're going to do, you know, and but the leadership in the team is starting to come through and start to guide the team and move the team forward. I think that's really important, and so we're just excited. You know, we've had now 2.5 games that we've played pretty well. We're making progress. So, you know, I always like opening on the road, because if you have a stinker, nobody sees it.
Right.
You know, and so you get to come back and fix some things and stuff like that. So, you know, we opened up with St. Mary's and Fort Lewis, which are really well-coached teams and good teams, and, you know, we went down to St. Mary's and played pretty well. We beat ourselves, and then we went to Fort Lewis and we had to run a play, and then made another, you know, young mistake, and then made another young mistake. And the teams are too good if you know, to crawl back in sometimes. But you could see the progress we're making, and so now, you know, so it'll be a lot different locker room tonight than it was maybe 2 weeks ago.
Well, of course, you always like to have the win. You got that tonight. You got Adams State coming up. Real quick preview of them.
Well, they're good. I don't know much about them yet. You know, I'm old school. I take kind of one game at a time. So that's my job tomorrow, to kind of see, you know, get some tape, look at them, see what they look like. And like I said, we're just going to enjoy tonight a little bit.
Well, do enjoy it.
I will.
Congratulations on the win.
Thanks for doing a great job up there.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Head coach Butch Lawfer, as the Buffaloes win this one by a final of 1-0 over Northwest Nazarene. Nazarene, of course, going to get on the bus and head back up to the areas in Idaho as they make their way there. The Buffaloes get, as Coach said, will get a day off and then get ready for their match on Sunday against Adams State. That'll be at 1 o'clock, so you have time to come out to the pitch, enjoy. Should be some good weather for that one as well, so we'll see what happens there. Again, the Buffaloes win this one by a final of 1-0. Big thanks, of course, obviously, to Dylan McMullen for directing and producing this one, Ben Curley and Cooper Cox for bringing us the pictures here from the pitch. We had a bit of a delay, but we got through it okay. The Buffs take the win 1-0. I'm Bryce Sheets. Until the next time, right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.